What's going on, guys? It's Frank again here with another Buster submitted replay. We've got Filibuster, our blue Filibuster or Fleabuster. Anyway, our blue Infernal player against MC, our red Celestial player. New Celestials as of Necrolyte. Congratulations, Frost Giant, on, I don't want to say going gold, but that's kind of what it is. Immediately going to start another Arc ship here, and more prisms coming out. So something else that I think a lot of people don't realize is oh, there's a cooldown on how many collection arrays can be built. I also didn't know that your Arc ship, if you're playing as a Celestial, your Arc ship won't generate prism charges while it's flying. So you can have it take off and move around, and that's really cool. But you can't make can't like start stocking up on prism charges until it's landed. By the way, art team at Frost Giant, the glitch puddle is so cool. I love seeing the glitch puddle. Going up to 6 workers here on the natural for MC. Fleabuster is natural's almost done, but we've got a pretty far forward conclave, a vault, pretty standard stuff. Third imp coming on out for third. And this is a pretty fast third. First brute pops out and turns into 2 fiends. They're going to do their little Jurassic Park raptor dance all the way across the map. Yeah, here it is. Building a third this fast that is quick. Fleabuster waiting for 300 Luminite to pop up. There it is. Down goes the shrine. Oh, that's right. They can attack now. Oh, they use light shard, so prisms have never been able to attack until Stormgate left early access, but there you go. 7 damage at an attack speed of 1.5. Range isn't all that far, but that's okay. That one fiend is pretty hurt, pretty battered and bruised. Checking for a third, won't see anything. Filibuster. And the slow build shrine is, well, it's getting there, but even I think even a single tribute pyre right there would be, just to generate the shroud to get it going, I think might be good. But Fleabuster's pretty good about keeping his build timings pretty tight, so it's not like he's got resources to just waste and throw wherever he wants. But down goes the tribute pyre. I tend to build the shrine first, just so I have the green hologram, and then I'll send out another imp to go make the tribute pyre. There we go. Now it's built.
Detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
We're right at like the 318 mark when we saw that come down. You know, I wonder, does the Stormgate's up and running? There we go. Okay, so it doesn't get an armor debuff. The fiends do have this, as long as they're on shroud, every time they hit something, the armor's decreased by 2, but it seems like that's not the case for the Stormgate. Or if it does, it's not showing. I'm actually getting some intel from the chat saying that yes, it does reduce the armor. Pretty cool. I didn't know that. Fun to know. And I'll never get tired of seeing that animation. Giant spinning ball of fire. What pops out? The Creeping Horror. Creeping Horror is very good. Uh-oh. Here we see some aggression, some Kree roly-polying their way across the map. They're going to try and backdoor something. They might. They probably don't. They don't think that there's a... We do have the first chakrams out. No! So much AoE going down inside of the Luminite mine here for Fleabuster, but he does have the Soul Brand Chakram, so they are going to roly-poly their way forward right into the faces of these of the Gaunts. Oh, good explosions from the Gaunts there, or from the Kree there, landing on all of Fleabuster's Gaunts, but the Creeping Horror is going to make sure that the Kree can't escape as fast as they would like. And we see a 4th up for Fleabuster as well. Oh my goodness. Single Phantom is going to come over here and keep track of the Kree. Kree do have to deactivate their roly-poly to attack the Phantom, make sure it's not following them anymore. Fleabuster's happily up on 4 bases, mining. Got 4 imps over on this map, or on this base, I should say. And MC is getting the... No, it's Boneyard. Oh, no, it is this one that has a island base. I'm not going for it, to be honest. This is also the early iteration of what the power banks look like when they have three. They can morph into 3 different flavors of a power bank. One is the Grace-Light node to make sure that that everything's getting healed up around them. Now, I believe the healing does use energy, so every time they use energy to heal a unit, that's energy that they can't donate to the unit for it to use its abilities. So, case in point, the Argent can't get energy. I think scanners being built too. Built all that often, but maybe we will. Necrolyte. Loving the production structures down here. Oh, and the scanner does manage to get itself up in a tree. And you know what? I have noticed that a lot of the units for Infernals have the name where it's like Vacor the Unseen. It's very like 2006 Edgelord, I'm the Shadow Demon, whatever name, but some of them don't. Like Dulipa might be a donor. Borin Oakenshield, probably a donor, but I haven't seen many of the like placeholder.
Will activate soon.
I haven't seen many of the placeholder names for the Celestials yet, so it's kind of cool to see that. Arion, Aeromir, Volana. Anyway. Oh, they do Heaven Step to move backwards. We do see a Saber out. Don't see that every day, but these looks like these power nodes are going to be trying to do their best to keep the Argents alive. The Argents are going to try and focus down the Brutes, but once the Brutes are all gone, that means that they're facing against Gaunts, which they don't do bonus damage against. The Hexen are very far forward as well. I think he needs to move them back before they get sniped. They're very expensive units. Down goes the Necrotic Hex Field. Necrotic Hex Field doing 20 damage per second. I need to double check the patch notes on that one. It used to do 20 damage per second when it was Miasma. Not Miasma anymore. And all those units taking that damage per second from the Curse. Those are going to be some very battered and bruised Argents. And Fleetbuster managed to clean up all the prisms over here on this collection array. And you know what? For as much as people don't like the Saber, that Saber did get quite a few hits in. Okay, we got the anti-air, the Sky Hunter here, the Rockmen. Looks a lot like Malphite from League of Legends, but I stopped playing that game a long time ago, and I'm much happier for it. Love these hex trap. What are the Forsaken traps for Fleetbuster, just in case there's a Kree rollout that decides to show up, he can punish that attempt of arrogance from the Celestial player. We still don't have any detection yet, so this scanner is getting great intel. Knows what the reward was, that what Fleetbuster picked, but he also sees that there's a lot of Hellborn out. There's a lot of Gaunts out. So this is something that is almost tailor-made to face off against mass Argents. Do against that. Bunch of Argents out. Yeah, and those Grace-Light nodes are doing their best to try and heal up the all the Argents that are here, but oh no, looks like everything's gonna get caught. The prisms flee. The prisms do flee, and they're getting out of there somewhat quickly, but no! Oh, the Malphites, what do you call them? They are stunning the air unit, but this Arc ship does manage to barely get away with just a couple of health, double-digit health, even down like probably 15, I'd say. But now attacking from the high ground is Minchul. Minchul attacking. Oh no, but we're going to see big miasmas. Nice lash onto the Saber to get pulled back in. And yeah, these Hexen are going to slowly start marching the Necrotic Hex Fields forward, making sure that everything keeps a curse on it. More reinforcing Gaunts from the west. We do have a Hellborn coming up from the south as well, doing as much bonus damage as it wants to. Finally goes down, but a Brute takes its place. More Necrotic Hex Field goes down, but Minchul managed to Heaven Step south, get out of the way, but taking that constant curse damage is going to be a really big problem. So many of these Grace-Light nodes are going to go down. Yeah, and I think this is just the beginning of the end. Minchul is having to back up. I would almost prefer that Minchul stays over here on the high ground, but GG says Minchul Filibuster is going to take the W. GG's, guys.